Students get their art in on time for the All Wayne County High School Art Show.
And an RHS basketball player receives some postseason honors.
All today on the... I'm your host with the most, Houston Carver.
And I'm Zova the fourth A.
RHS has some very talented art students, and they're all getting ready for the annual All Wayne County High School Art Exhibition.
The art show is for all high school students in Wayne County, and it's for any kind of 2D art, 3D art, jewelry, photography, all kinds of mediums. It's April 17th. It goes through May 7th. We're getting students to drop off art next Tuesday through Friday, which is the 29th through April 1st, right before we go on spring break. Every student can drop off 5 pieces or submit 5 pieces to the art show, and then those will be juried, and the pieces not accepted into the art show will be given back and everything else put in the show. And then there's going to be an opening reception on April 17th from 1 to 4 in the afternoon for students, parents, anyone in the community that wants to come. And awards will be given for different places in different categories for the artwork. In McGuire Hall. The whole thing is held in McGuire Hall.
Okay, I'm currently painting a tiger that Garrett carved, and we're gonna put it in the art show. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty good. It's really big though, so it's taking forever, but it's good, and I hope we win. This is a 3D art class, but I think I paint more than anything. I paint a lot of like plasters, and then I painted my senior stool. I enjoy all of Miss Hoffman's classes because she's my favorite teacher, but advanced is really fun because you get to make whatever you want.
I'm making bracelets. They're of like Nordic descent, Vikings, that kind of thing. I've been basically using a book to inscribe runes with Dremel, which is basically like a little tool that you use to inscribe little bits on the thing. Then I polish them with a polisher, and then I put the fur on them, and well, this one right here isn't done, but it ends up looking really cool. So, yeah, I like this class. It's a fun class. I get to make all kinds of interesting things in here.
I made this burrito with my friend Grace, and we made this in the course of like 4 days. It's made out of canvas. The lettuce is canvas, the meat is canvas, and then there's lots of sour cream on it, if you cannot tell. I actually really like this class. I used to be really into art, but it kind of died down when I got into like radio, TV and stuff, but I still kind of like it, as you can tell by my burrito. I'm just going to keep mentioning my burrito.
The art show starts on April 17th and runs through May 7th. Make sure you get there and check it out. Now it's time to check in for some more announcements of things that are happening around RHS.
Important information for all speech team members, and time is running out to take advantage of the Red Hot Bookstore's March Madness sale. The sale runs all this month and features some new shirts. They also have some close-out items for only $5. All other t-shirts are $10, hoodies $20, and 1/4 zip sweatshirts only $25. Take advantage of the March Madness sale at the Red Hot Bookstore in the cafeteria during all 3 lunches. All speech team officers will have a meeting at 3:30 next Tuesday in Mr. Swingle's room. This meeting is scheduled to discuss the banquet and awards ceremony. And also, the speech team will continue to meet after school on Wednesdays starting next week. All members of the speech team or anyone who is interested in joining the team next season is welcome to attend. That's your announcements. Now back to you guys in studio.
Today is Good Friday. Let's check in with Cody for the Easter weekend forecast. We'll suffer through some cooler weather today, but tomorrow promises to be much better. But before we get to the forecast, I want to wrap up Severe Weather Awareness Week with some information on lightning. Did you know that lightning is one of the top 3 storm-related killers in the U.S.? Here are just a few things to remember. No place is safe when storms are in the area. If you hear thunder, the lightning is close enough to strike you. Remember, stay in a safe place for at least 30 minutes after you've heard the thunder. Be safe this spring. Now on to the rest of the forecast. The clouds from this morning will start clearing off later in the day, giving us just a little sunshine. Highs will be cooler, struggling to break 50. Overnight, temperatures will again be cold, with lows dropping to the low 30s before rebounding for a great day on Saturday. For the start of the weekend, we'll see some sunshine and highs in the low 60s. Overnight, as we head towards Easter morning, we won't be as cold, with lows in the mid-40s before another warm day on Sunday. Highs on Easter will be close to 70, but along with the warmer temperatures, some rain moves in late in the day. Overnight in the Monday mornings, there's a chance for some thunderstorms. Lows will be again in the mid-40s for Monday morning. For the return to school on Monday, we will see more sunshine, and it will again cool down a little after the rain, with highs only in the mid-50s. That's the weather. Enjoy your Easter weekend.
Our guys are back with their take on last night's opening round of the Sweet 16, and they have some RHS sports news as well.
We're back for another update after last night's opening round of the Sweet 16. But first, we have a few RHS sports items for you today.
First up, we want to say congratulations to RHS senior basketball player Adrian Gibson, who was named Honorable Mention All-State for this season. Gibson led the Red Devils in scoring this season and was a key returnee from last year's sectional and regional champs. Congratulations, Adrian.
Spring sports get underway outside this weekend as RHS girls softball teams open their season against Newcastle on Saturday on the RHS field behind Tiernan. The girls play a doubleheader with the opening game starting at 11 a.m., so get out and support the Lady Red Devils against the Trojans.
Now into last night's Sweet 16 action. In the first game last night, Villanova took out the Hurricanes 92-69.
Villanova was led by Chris Jenkins and Ryan Arcidiacono, both with 21 points, and they combined for 9 three-pointers as well.
And in the Elite Eight, Villanova will be taking on Kansas as they beat Maryland 79-63.
The Jayhawks were led last night by 27 points out of senior Perry Ellis, but also Landon Lucas posted a double-double last night with 14 points and 11 rebounds.
And that's to the early game in the West. Oklahoma beat Texas A&M 77-63.
Oklahoma was led by Buddy Hield with 17 points, but their most outstanding performer was Jordan Woodard, who had 22 points and 5 assists. And shout out to Jalen Jones from Texas A&M, who posted a double-double with 11 points and 10 rebounds.
And in the late game in the West, a surprisingly dominant victory from Oregon over Duke 82-68.
The Ducks were led last night by Elgin Cook with 16 points, but forward Dylan Brooks had 22 that really propelled the Ducks over Duke. But Brandon Ingram for Duke posted 24 points, and Luke Kennard had a double-double with 13 points and 11 rebounds.
And surprisingly, none of these games were close, as the least deficit was only 14 points.
So check back in with us on Monday as we take a look at the softball team, but also as we break down one of the games in the Final Four. That's sports. Now back to you guys in the studio.
As we end our show today, we want to remind you that the Spring Blood Drive is going on all day today.
Thanks to everyone who volunteered to give, and we'll have more on the drive on Monday.
Have a great Easter weekend.